Hello everyone, it's Scott. Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. So let's head up to the seed area, and you see that I've cleaned everything out. I've done some tidying up, and I expanded the seed farm way out here, so I now have the entire range of the harvester, harvesting. So I did some expansion. I made beans, corn, celery, lettuce, all up to 10, 10, 10. I expanded some of the flowers like daisy up to 10, 10, 10. The trees are working pretty well here, and I've finished off all of the ores in this original block where I have 9 of each type. And that's working out pretty good for me, except for diamonds. And that's the only one that's kind of lagging at this point. That everything, even emeralds, are producing at a decent enough rate for what I like. But unfortunately, the diamonds just aren't cutting it. So I'm thinking of making like at least a second farm, maybe of just diamonds. So with that, I've been expanding. I built out 2 more diamond ore here, and let's head back underneath and place those blocks. And so that's been working out pretty good. You can see I've my seed tank is doing quite well. Let's put this starting in this corner here. Boop, boop. Everything else seems to be working out as designed so far. One of the things I was just working on just before I started recording this episode was Botania, and also starting on glowstone seeds. So let me head over here and demo that as soon as I plant these 2 diamonds. And with the glowstone, I need to take orange tulips with netherwort. Netherwort wouldn't normally grow in the overworld, but I found I was able to hit it up with the Forestry Fertilizer, and once that was up to mature, well, that was good enough for the niterwort, which is actually the glowstone flower. So that got me a glowstone seed, which you see is fertilized and can grow in the overworld. So I was just going to break this and move it back to the other side. It's probably 111 because the netherwort was also 111. No, oh, 211. Okay, pretty cool. Let's plant it over here on the soulstone. And unfortunately, this is another block that will not grow with bone meal. Let me just demo that. Boop. Grab that bone meal. And so you see shift clicking doesn't do anything, but shift clicking with the fertilizer brings it up to full maturity. So, yep, so I could really just go through and expand down the line here. Yep, so let's just try that and see how see what level of seeds I can bring it up to just with a stack of this fertilizer. And one of the reasons I like the fertilizer is there's actually a production loop that will essentially give me infinite fertilizer. So let me show. Okay, that didn't work out very well. These are probably all 111s now. No, I think they're all 211. Okay, so I guess that expansion method doesn't quite work as I planned, so I'll get back to that in a sec. But before I move too far on, let me explain what I was talking about with the apatite. So if I were to go and grab some apatite ore, so there's a production method here that if I go and combine these up to, where is that? Okay, a block of apatite. So 9 of those will create a block of apatite, but then if I push the block of apatite through, yes, if I push the block of apatite into the induction smelter to make an apatite ore, so adding 1 piece of stone, the apatite ore can then be pushed through, not the redstone, for the pulverizer, which is going to give me 12. So essentially, feed it 9, get 12, and a sulfur. And yeah, so that's definitely going to expand the apatite. And it's a pretty good fertilizer to boot. So that's the good thing about this. So let me load this up and throw it into the induction smelter while we wait, and I can check in on that later. So let's head over here. So one thing that I have been doing, I expanded the lasers, and now I'm up to 4. And I also built my first emerald chipset. And so with the emerald chipset and with the intricate circuit board, together these guys are going to give me... Alright, let's check out the machine frames, because what I really want to do is build this resonant one. Yeah, intricate circuit board. Here we go. Okay, I guess the intricate circuit board is used for both. Alright, phew. In other words, I thought I was going to mess this up. So let's throw that in here. Emerald chipsets. And so I'm going to have the crushed obsidian. I have, well, I'm all out of dense refined plate, so let me check in on, yep, okay. So let's get going with another bit of iron. So at this point, I'm up to 13 blocks of iron just from the nuggets. And so that's going to work out really, really well. So with the iron, let's get back here to the recipes and see if I can find that formula again. So I need to add, I think, sand, was it? Nope, here it is, the pulverized coal, which means I don't recall if I actually have any of that left. No, but I can certainly pulverize up another batch because I now have 2 pulverizers here. And actually, I don't want to put that in here. Let me swap that out, because I think what I was doing before was I was using this pulverizer. Yeah, let me do that. And in fact, I could even go upstairs and grab the upgrade, because I don't think I'm doing anything with it right now. So let's throw that upgrade in here in the hardened machine. And so you can see that doubles the speed here of the pulverizer. And so very cool, very cool. Let's head up, throw all that in here, and I'll check back in and get that that refined iron, the steel, going shortly. So let's take a look at what I need to do to make Enderium. So over here with the molten Enderium. So this is going to require silver, tin, shiny, which is platinum, and then ender pearls. So let me gather everything up and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and what I ended up doing was going over the mob farm and grabbing a bunch of common treasure, because I've noticed that these things have a byproduct. They have a very good chance of giving ender pearls, I'm a little short of them right now because I have not been manually killing the Endermen as they fall down the chute. So I think that it's the kind of drop that you can only get when you loot the mob with a manual kill instead of like the passive kill with a dropper or a drop damage. So let's just start opening these guys and see what kind of treasures I get. Okay, awesome. So with that, that's given me 9 ender pearls. It's given me a lot of, well, a couple of Thaumcraft fragments. Those are always useful. A lot of potions, and other than that, not much. Yeah, Prot 5 leggings. I guess that's better than these guys. Otherwise, a lot of gold. Let's just throw stuff back in, see if the gold is interchangeable with the nuggets. Yes, it is. Awesome. So 12 blocks of gold now. Let's grab this junk. Anything? Okay, I'm not too keen on keeping the potions. I'm not sure if there's anything that they'll really do other than take up space. But let's just dump this stuff off here. At least I got the ender pearls that I was looking for. So let's do a little bit more cleanup. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I want to put these feathers from the chickens back in. Let's grab, how many am I up to? Ender pearl 31. Not great, but it works. So let's head over to the smeltery. And I've kind of prepped this with silver, tin, and the shiny platinum. So let's throw all 4 of these in. And so each one, oh shoot. Shoot. Alright, I did it again. I forgot to disable the transfer node before starting. Alright, so now I have to find my my tanks. Okay. Where'd those just go? Oh, here they are. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately the transfer node's sucking out the materials before they have a chance to combine. So, pretty big mistake on my part. I want to make sure, yeah, that burned down everything, and that created 4 buckets worth of the Resonant Ender. Let's knock this guy down. Okay. Then we'll flip it around, transfer node liquids going back in. So that'll suck this out, 22, 20, 18, okay. So while that's going, let's start with a little tiny bit of material here. Now, the tin ore dust is going to count as double once that burns down. And that should mix with the Resonant Ender. So let's get rid of that. Okay. And take a look as all this stuff begins to combine. Okay. 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 Molten Enderium, 16 ingots. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So now I can turn that back on. That'll dump the fluid into the casting table, where it will be absorbed and pumped out as Enderium ingots. Nice. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. See if I can do another batch of this. Probably not. Will that burn down before it all pumps out? Yep, other words, I have to do the exact same thing. I think there's, is there a... Oh, treated wood. Oh, shoot, I don't have a regular stick. Yeah, okay. No, it looks like it made it just in time. Awesome. Okay, so let's grab that and head back up and stop hitting the grinder. Let's make a Enderium gear. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. That's probably going to take a while to burn. So let's check our formulas here and see if we've got everything. Alright, things are looking good. So let's check in here and let's throw in the Enderium gears and throw in the iron plates. So here we see our first machine frame resonant level. Awesome. And that's going to take, how many zeros is that? 50 million RF at 160 RF per tick burn rate. So, yeah, that's going to be a while. Okay, well, that's cool. I'll have to check on this a couple days from now. Okay, well, probably not that long, but it definitely feels like it's going to be quite a bit. Oh, speaking of quite a bit, I just remembered that I've been hoarding the very last bit of the Certus Course seeds over here. And what I want to do is throw this down at 99%. And those guys are almost done to the point I think that in the next minute or so, they'll be ready to turn into pure crystals. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if there's anything else I can work on. The next thing I'd really like to do, now the Mine Factory Reloaded grinder is at this point feasible. I'm going to need another machine frame, some Invar books, tin gears, and more plastic sheets. And the grinder is what's going to knock the mobs down and basically create mob essence out of them. And sure enough, here we go. Pure Certus Quartz crystal. Awesome. Now, at this point, there's not a lot I could do with it. I need 4 of them to make an ME storage. I'm going to need them for patterns. I'm going to need them for a lot of things. Now the first thing that I really need to make in the world of yeah, okay, I'm gonna need those for printed calculation circuits. Oh boy. So I definitely needed it for the inscriber. So that's 1/2 of what I need. It's going to need a machine frame resonant and this overclocker upgrade, which I don't know. How hard is this to make? It actually looks... Okay, I'm going to need either a bottler or a fluid transposer. I really need to make a fluid transposer next, because I'm running into a couple things that I think are going to need it. So let's see, buckets, glass, copper. Okay, not that difficult. So maybe I can work on that. Okay, here's a machine frame basic. Let's start gathering up the materials. Do I have copper? Good question. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's get the copper gear going. Let's build another one of these resonant, or one of these redstone reception coils. Excellent. Glass and a bucket's not difficult. So let's do that. Buckets are going to be 3 more of these plates. There we go. Glass. There we go. And let's grab the, did that kick out yet? No, it's still pouring. Okay, so let's start assembling everything. I'm going to need the machine frame, the bucket. I'm going to need 2 pieces of glass. And finally, I'm going to need my 2 copper gears. Bam, Fluid Transposer. Excellent. So I'm going to need that for a lot of things. Mostly for moving glowstone around. So let's wire this right here. Some of the recipes are going to be for, oh, okay, there's 870 pages of recipes. But the one that I was running into, I'm trying to remember if I could remember what it was. Is it the Cenarium, I think, that might be molecular transformer? It's going to need a lot of things. An MT core, copper, neutron reflector, which is coal, and tin. Actually, this isn't that complicated. It's just a lot of stuff. Advanced alloy, compressors coming from mixing different plates. I might actually be able to craft this. Cool. Okay. Well, let me take a look at what I'm going to need. Alright, I'm kind of at an impasse here because I can't craft more redstone circuits until this crafting is done. So I made a couple more lasers using the diamantine vacuum tubes, and the back side of this is kind of a mess. So what I'd like to do, I'm running out of connectors, and so I was looking through some possible replacements, and one of the things that jumped out at me was something I used in Sky Factory 2, which was this combination of see if I can find it, impulse item duct, maybe. No, I'm sorry, it's the fluctuating item duct here. So this is a pipe that can transfer both items and redstone flux in the same path, and it carries 2,000 RF per tick, which is more than I need. But now that I have the Fluid Transposer, I can dump in quite a lot, and it just requires item ducts, which are fairly simple. So let's head back upstairs and see if I can craft up a couple more of those, or have I completely tapped out of my hardened glass? I think I have. So hardened glass. It's going to be lead ingots. Okay. So let's grab a couple of that out of here. And let's head downstairs and get the obsidian. Okay, so let's grab a stack of this. Up. There we go. There we go. Lead, obsidian. Let that go. Okay. So once I get, I don't know, a couple of these. Okay. 2 hardened glass will be enough to get started. Let me dump this back in. 7 block worth just from nuggets. That's pretty cool. Okay, so which one was it again? This one. Okay, so let's dump in the hardened glass. We'll grab, we need to get 2 more tin plates. There we go. So that'll be 6 item ducts. Now what I want to do is head down here, and I'm going to need to get redstone in a tank. So actually, do I want to just move this over here? Yeah, why don't I do that? There's no reason to keep this where it is. Think. Great. So let's put this one on top such that it can feed. What I'll have is instead of the input being on the top, I want the input to be on the bottom. And toggle to empty. So the input of fluids will come in from this direction. So I'll reconfigure this to output to the top. So let's dump in 8 of these, and that should, start to fill up with destabilized redstone. Great. So what I can do next is dump in the item ducts here, and that'll absorb the redstone out. So let's do 4 more. And so that will get me all of my fluctuating item ducts. Let's head back over here and try swapping out some of the conduits. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. I didn't plan on that. Well, there's nothing in there, and there's no servers to extract items. But let's try. Can I put a wire connector on that? Yes, I can. Alright, so that means, can I hook this to here? Yes. Yes. Okay, all those are now getting power. So let's hook that to this, this to this, and good. I can go and make some more conduit now. Excellent. So let's grab that. Dump this in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I ran out of tin. Oh well. So 6 more of these, which means I'm going to need 12 redstone. Let me check. Yeah, these seem to only be at a red level. Wondering what's going on here as far as power. That's at 0. This is at 0. Okay, 0, and okay, it's filling up at 320 per tick here. Okay, so Unfortunately, I don't have enough power to adequately fill this. How far along am I? 6 million out of 50 million. This is going to take a long time. Alright, with that, I think I'm going to have to call this an episode. So I definitely was not prepared to start this project, but now that I'm about 20% into it, I don't want to lose the RF that I've already invested. So I'm just going to have to wait this out somehow or find other ways to generate RF to at least bump up the ability to produce more power to build the resonant frame. So if you could, please leave a comment or a like, and I'm open to all sorts of suggestions of what would be feasible to produce RF power. I know looking at the culinary generator, it's like screaming at me, just do it, do it, do it, because it's pretty cheap to manufacture, to scale up like 20 of them. But I really don't want to because they just feel so dumb. And so I'll look around. If anyone has any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. And I will see you next time in Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. Bye!